I want to say shout out to Dylan Page, who is the only reporter that I have seen cover this properly. So go follow him and go watch this on his page because his is an actual video. I've just stolen his screen because this is what the world needs to see and what the Western media refuses to show you. And this is a big deal. Look at these endless columns of infantry. Look at these armoured vehicles. These are next generation unmanned aerial vehicles. This includes multi-axle launchers carrying long-range ballistic missiles that can hit the continental United States. This was an entire military band moving in lockstep, rows upon rows upon rows in identical formation. Military bands moving in lockstep show you just how much military resource has been deployed here. These guys ain't fucking around. The indication on display here is there has been massive preparation and mobilization by these leaders for 21st century networked and autonomous warfare. And the only fucking journalist reporting on this is Dylan. Go watch that video. It scared the shit out of me, and I don't even live in America. The fact that Americans are not even being shown the force at their doorstep. These are the only images that you'll see in the Western media. Go and Google SCO Summit. This is all I got. This is a huge power shift for the entire world. And at the same time of this summit, China launched amphibious tanks off the coast of Venezuela. War machines literally bashing through the ocean. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization Heads of State Summit took place on the 31st of August and the 1st of September. This was attended by Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Narendra Modi, Masoud Pezeshkian, Mustafa Madbouly, and a number of others. Over 12,000 troops took part in the parade. What she said is important here. The Chinese people have made a major contribution to saving human civilization and safeguarding world peace. Today, humanity is again faced with the choice of peace or war. China will not be intimidated by any bullies. The rejuvenation of the Chinese nation is unstoppable. Oh, and Kim Jong-un was there from North Korea. There he is. This is China, Russia, and North Korea. 3, and India. 4, nuclear, and Pakistan was there. 5 nuclear powers pointing their arsenal at Washington in real time. Today, now, live as hell. And it's not just over there in Asia. Every day the line inches closer to the American shores. They're now in Venezuela. What the American government and its media is failing to tell its people is that they would rather risk you, your families, your cities, than give up the grip on the corporate oligarch. They're going to let China bomb you. They will let Russia and North Korea threaten you with annihilation before they will give up their dominance of the Oval Office. If Americans don't act domestically very soon and stop their government from dragging them into wars for oil, the consequences will no longer be headlines abroad. The destruction is coming home. Denial here is a miscalculation for the Americans. They are only showing a domestic audience pictures of Xi cropped, standing alone. That leads you to underestimate the depth of the coordination. It's that underestimation that will cause strategic surprises. The Western media is attempting to reduce this shift in power to personality politics, deliberately stripping out the structural military signal that keeps the American domestic audience feeling comfortable and leaves them completely unprepared. The presence of Kim, Putin, and all of these others at the same parade is the cementing of an anti-US axis that stretches across Eurasia. Ignoring it changes nothing about its existence. What the American media is currently doing is not just denial or omissions by framing. It is dangerous. It is incredibly unsafe. They are leaving the public as sitting ducks, uninformed, so that the corrupt elites can keep making money until the last minute, keep ignoring this shift in the balance of power. They will sacrifice populations just to keep themselves rich one more minute. Americans need to understand quickly that across Eurasia and the rest of the world, Washington has never been seen as a liberator, simply the inheritor of the British Empire's role. Endless coups and sanctions and death traps to increase corporate profits have left a huge stain with the rest of the world, and it's shaped how global people remember the US government. For us, Iraq was a turning point. Weapons of mass destruction clarified to everybody with any sense in their noggin that all Washington does is lies to justify war, to make money for oil barons. That's it. These countries very much resent being trapped in the dollar system. Washington insists that others follow international law while it continues to ignore it. Americans say they preach democracy, but consistently they back dictators and monarchs. The United States pillages the rest of the world via its corporations, its death trap, and its military bases, while having the offensive arrogance to go around lecturing everybody on democracy and freedom. This is not about hating American people. You're heavily brainwashed by a government system that has been lying to you since the start. The anger is cumulative. Every war, every coup, every sanction, every lecture, there is backlash. And the American government are currently trying to channel that backlash onto the whole American population to protect their oligarch control for just a little bit longer. But these countries aren't bluffing. They're armed to the teeth with nuclear weapons, and they don't forget Hiroshima. If Americans do not start to quickly dismantle the Pentagon domestically, someone is going to step in, and your media won't have told you in advance. Take this as a warning.